Welcome to the Lawns and Life podcast, where DIYers go to get the tips and advice they need to have a great looking lawn. Hey there, lawn lovers. Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Lawns and Life podcast, where we dive deep into the world of DIY lawn care. Whether you're just starting out or a seasoned veteran looking to polish your skills, we have got something for everyone. In each episode, I break down simple, easy to understand topics that will empower you to achieve your dream lawn. My name is Devin. I am the DIY lawn coach, and thank you so much for coming back for another week. Hope you guys are doing well. Rocking my Flow Zone shirt. The partners over at Flow Zone are such great people. They not only make some great equipment, they're just really good people. So they sent me a little care package with a hat and a shirt in it, and I just wanted to throw it on today. It looks great, feels great. Same kind of material that I do my long sleeve shirts out of, and I just want to say thank you to those guys for not only making a great product that I can recommend to you guys, but also being great people and taking care of me, sending me some free stuff. I love it. Hey, so what are we going to talk about in today's episode? It's going to be a pretty good one. I think we're on episode number 36, which is fantastic. I'm having so much fun doing these podcasts. I don't get really the views that I do on some of my videos, but I think you guys that are listening know what this is all about, and just enjoy the long form, just talking about maybe some different stuff. I don't really talk about the clickbaity stuff, the 5 things to a green lawn, or, the 5 mistakes, I do a little bit of that, but, this podcast is more just a long form, put it on, listen, mow the grass, go for a walk, at work, just enjoy it. So first of all, thank you so much for listening. I enjoy making these for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy listening as well. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. If you're on Spotify, make sure you also hit that like button. Give the podcast a review. Helps to get it out to more people. But episode 36, we're moving right along. I think I want to do something a little special for episode 50. Maybe we'll give something away. I don't know. We'll see. We got a little bit. We got some time. But this week, I want to talk about the small things that I do, or that you can do, or that you are doing, that a lot of people just don't notice, but it's what it takes to have a great looking lawn. All right. So, everybody knows, the mowing and the watering and the fertilizing, but what are some of the small things, the things that, many people just, I guess, maybe don't talk about? What are some things that you can do that kind of up your game a little bit? And the good news is most of this doesn't cost you any money. Matter of fact, I think none of it actually costs you any money. So we'll get into that. But like we always do, we have to do this week's Mindful Moment, and we're going to have some fun with this week's Mindful Moment. So let's get into it.
It can be hard to slow down and notice things in a busy world. Mindful Moments is where we pause for a moment to reflect on the here and now. After all, life is happening now. We simply need to take time to notice. These small yet profound experiences remind us that life is not about the destination, but the journey we take to get there.
Yeah, so this week we're gonna have a little fun, and I'm gonna kind of make fun of myself a little bit. Thinking about what I was gonna do this week for the Mindful Moment, and I was like, you know what? Sometimes things can get a little heavy around here. I thought, you know what? Let's lighten it up a little bit. Let's have a little fun. And what better way to have a little fun than to laugh at yourself, to maybe not take yourself so seriously all the time. I am one who is a business first, pleasure second type of guy. I'm pretty sure you are as well. So I think it's important that we, have fun. Not take life too seriously. That's what we're going to do. So if you guys are, see the post that I do on YouTube, I recently did a ChatGPT where I put in, I said, roast us DIYers in lawn care. And it was pretty accurate on some of the things. I thought it was kind of funny. But then I thought, you know what? What if I put like roast the DIY lawn coach in there? What is it going to say? And I'm going to read you what it said, and we're going to laugh. Hopefully, I'll be honest. Obviously, I've already read it. It could be they kind of hurt my feelings a little bit, but anyway, we're going to have some fun with it. So hopefully, you guys get a laugh out of this as well. You know, it's AI and all that is fun, and this is fun. There's some trends of people going around roasting pictures of yourself. So have fun with it. So I'm going to read this to you. We're just going to have a little fun for this week's Mindful Moment. All right. So again, I put in roast the DIY lawn coach. It says, yes, the DIY lawn coach. Just a regular suburban dude who woke up one day and said, you know what the internet needs? A 22-minute video about mowing in 3 different directions. I think that's hilarious. This guy films himself in the front yard like he's doing the final scene of a war movie. This is where the battle happened. Pre-emergent down. Crabgrass never had a chance. Every thumbnail is just him looking intensely at the grass, holding a sprayer like it's a lightsaber. And let's be honest, half of his audience isn't even there for the tips. They're just waiting to see if you finally over-applied something. Hopefully you guys aren't there just to see me screw up. Your claim, it says, you claim you're helping homeowners, but somehow every video ends with links in the description to a $500 mower with a Bluetooth soil thermometer and a cup holder for your backpack sprayer. Just say you're building an affiliate empire and go. That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. Hopefully you guys don't feel that way. I really try not to just peddle product. That's not, again, I've said that before. That's not what I'm here for, but apparently AI thinks I am. Hopefully you guys don't feel that way. And let's talk B-roll. Nobody needs a cinematic drone shot of you emptying a bag of Milorganite in 4K. Bro, it's fertilizer, not a Christopher Nolan film. Now, here's where I kind of draw the line. I think, yes, we love lawn care. I think AI can go pound some sand on this one a little bit because, yeah, we do need drone shots, epic drone shots of us emptying a bag of Milorganite in 4K. It's important. So, yeah, AI, it is fertilizer, and it is that important. And then last it says, but hey, at least your lawn looks great. And unlike your editing, sorry, I haven't posted in a while, guys. I've been busy. Yeah, I've been trying to figure out if that brown patch is fungus or his pride. Ouch. Anyway, I thought that was really fun. Just kind of laugh. Sometimes I think it's important. We all take life a little too seriously. So, yeah, there are some things in there that they're kind of poking fun at. And again, at the end of the day, this is just AI generated. But had fun with it. Not gonna worry too much about what AI has to say about me, because you guys in the comment section know exactly what it's like to be a DIYer. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's Mindful Moment. Take a second, go to ChatGPT, roast yourself, have fun, put a picture of yourself in there. It'll roast you, and just have fun with it. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's Mindful Moment. So what are some of the small things that I do in my lawn, or things that you do in your lawn, that really kind of separate yourself from everybody else, right? Like the mowing, the watering, the fertilizing. Like I think we all kind of know that, but it's almost like an attention to detail type thing, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. Is the things that I do that really, it's funny. Like when I'm outside, I'm mowing or I'm blowing, and a neighbor walks by and is like, "Hey, your lawn looks great. Like, what do you do?" And it's like the long answer, or the short answer is, I just mow it, water it, and feed it. Right? Like that's kind of the key to success. But then there are a lot of things that I do that people just don't realize, or I don't put on camera, and we just don't talk about, but they really have a great impact on how your lawn looks. And the first one that I want to talk about is dealing with weeds. I have weeds just like everybody else. But I'll be honest, a lot of my weeds don't come in my lawn. A lot of them come in maybe the driveway or some of my natural areas around my house or the mulch beds around the trees, things like that. My grass is so thick. Generally speaking, I don't have a weed problem. So something that I do that a lot of people, that kind of lends to the overall appearance of my lawn is keeping up with weeds in my natural areas. Things like oxalis or nutsedge. I have a really hard time with nutsedge and a lot of my mulch beds. I do get some crabgrass in my mulch beds as well. So a tip that I'll give you to help your lawn is to help your natural areas look better. It really does. It keeping your beds clean, neat, edged, keeping pine needles or mulch or whatever you're using as your natural area rocks, keeping them clean goes a long way. I use a non-selective like Roundup, depending on how bad the problem is. I either have a little hand single use, ready to use that I have, or if I have a lot of weeds, I'll fill up a gallon and I'll go around and on a Saturday morning and go zap all these weeds. But it's not just in the lawn; it's also the driveway. Making sure you keep up with your crack weeds, all of your weeds around maybe the road in front of your house. All of those things, that attention to detail. That's really what you're going to see as we kind of move through some of these topics is attention to detail, and that is really what separates me that people just don't see. I enjoy on a Saturday morning going out and walking the lawn. I'll put in a pair of headphones, I listen to a podcast, I'll listen to music, and I got my sprayer in my hand, and it is so therapeutic. I enjoy that so much. Sun's coming up. It's not ridiculously hot yet, and feeling good, rested. I just really enjoy that. Maybe you're not supposed to do this, but I got coffee in one hand, and my sprayer in the other. Probably shouldn't be doing that, but it is what it is. Another another thing that I want to tell you about weeds is not always necessarily reaching for a chemical. A lot of times, especially out in the lawn, I will hand pull weeds. I would honestly say 99% of the weed problem that I have or weeds that I have, I hand pull. And a big strategy that I use with weeds is getting them before they become a problem, staying on top of it. And literally, you're doing this every week, maybe twice a week, maybe once on a Saturday morning, maybe once on an evening, maybe a Wednesday evening. Wife and kids are out kind of doing their thing, and I've got a little bit of time in the evening getting off work, and I'll go walk the lawn and just hand pull weeds, not giving them an opportunity to go to seed and just pulling 5 or 10 here, 5 or 10 there, and it adds up over time. You end up reducing the number of weeds. They don't go to seed. They don't spread, especially crabgrass. I can't express the importance of hand pulling weeds, not always reaching for a chemical, especially as things are really hot right now. Spraying a chemical could potentially damage your lawn. So weeds are something that I struggle with, and I think if you just go the extra mile and stay on top of it, keeping up with your weeds will make a huge difference in just the overall appearance. And that's something that most people are just not going to talk about. Something else that most people, I mean, we talk about this when it comes to mowing, but I I cannot say this from the mountaintop loud enough where everybody can hear me. Okay, sharp mower blades. Make sure your mower blades are sharp. If it's been a while and you're like, oh, it's hot, I don't want to sharpen my mower blades, or you're thinking about should I? Yes, do it. Sharpen your mower blades. I've got a video about it. You can go check that out. What I use is this little attachment I bought on Amazon that makes it super easy, super consistent, gets them razor sharp. I use an angle grinder, and I sharpen my blades probably once a month at least. Now, I have a big lawn. I have 20,000 square feet. So I guess how often you sharpen is really dependent on how big your lawn is. But I mean, I sharpen mine once a month. Reduces the fungus, right? Reduces the water loss from the grass because you're not tearing the blades. You're not stressing out your turf. We've talked about all the benefits of sharp mower blades, but most people aren't doing that near frequently enough. Most people are probably doing it once a season, maybe twice a season if they're lucky. I look, so much of this is just an enjoyment for me. Like sharpening my mower blades is something that I enjoy. Throw the mower up on a jack, pull the blades off. Now I keep two different sets of mower blades. For me, I keep one set in my garage, and then I keep another set on the mower, so that I'm pressed for time. It's a Wednesday. I've got to sharpen my mower blades. I've already got a set that's sharp. So all I have to do is get them off, put the new ones on, and then I can sharpen the other set maybe on a Saturday when I got nothing going on, or a Sunday evening when wife and kids are gone, or just whatever. I've got time, and I don't have to feel like, oh, it's such a burden. No, it's easy, right? But I cannot express how important sharp mower blades are. And it doesn't, I mean, other than the angle grinder, yeah, that costs money, but it doesn't cost anything to hand pull weeds. It doesn't cost anything except your time to keep mower blades sharp. And it makes such a big difference. If you're listening to this and you agree with me, leave me a comment down below, especially for those of us that are maybe new and just listening. Like, help me out here, guys. Leave it in the comment section and tell people how important it is to do these things that most people just aren't doing. Another thing that I want to talk about, again, attention to detail and things that help my lawn look better. This one doesn't necessarily have to do with my lawn. It's more stuff around the house, kind of like hand pulling weeds. And it's making sure that your driveway is pressure washed, keeping up with maybe the siding of your house, keeping the moss and the mildew off the side of your house, pressure washing, like I said. The north side of your house will always get the mildew or the mold or whatever on it, the black or the green on it first. And that's just because the sun doesn't shine on that side of the house, right? So I have a back porch with some of that white, like plastic railing, and it gets that green algae and stuff growing on it. And so a big part of making my lawn look good, it's not just the grass, guys. It's everything else that we're doing around the lawn care to make our lawns look good. So pressure washing and keeping up with that helps everything else look so much better. If you have an idea of something else, maybe something that you're doing that you think needs to be added, please leave that in the comment section. Send me an email, leave me a comment, something to tell me, hey, this is something that I do. Go to my private Facebook page, leave a comment there. Again, all we're doing here is idea sharing, right? So when you watch a video on YouTube or you listen to this podcast, the idea here is that we're sharing information. Here are 3 tips. Here are 4 or 5 tips. Here are 3 things not to do. All we're doing is idea sharing. So if you have an idea for something, share it. I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. So if you've got an idea of something that you do, leave that down in the comment section. Would love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a great week. Hope you enjoyed the 4th of July. We're getting ready, as I'm recording this, we're getting ready to pack up. We're going to go to a friend's house, go swimming, hang out by the pool, some fireworks that we're going to celebrate tomorrow. I love this weekend. The humidity is down a little bit this weekend, thank goodness, because it has been brutal. I mean, it's still hot, but it's amazing what 90 degrees feels like when it's not as humid versus 90 when your face wants to fall off because of the humidity. Again, I want to thank Flowzone for sending the shirt. Thank you guys. If you are in need of a sprayer, I highly, highly, highly recommend Flowzone. I'll leave links down below, as I always do. Flowzone makes an incredible product. I've never had anyone who has bought a Flowzone and felt like, I mean, yes, they're expensive. Do not get me wrong. It's an expensive sprayer. But I've never had anybody buy one and say, oh, it's junk or it's not worth it. It is absolutely worth it. You know, the whole buy once, cry once. Flowzone makes a great product. You will be happy with it. So if you're on the fence about spraying, maybe you're uncomfortable with spraying, or maybe you've thought about spraying, pull the trigger. You will not be disappointed, I promise, especially if you go with the Flowzone. I made the mistake. I started off with a Chapin in the beginning, just because I didn't want to invest the money that it costs for a Flowzone. So I ended up spending money on a Chapin that I ended up then having to spend more money on a Flowzone. Now, I wish I had just pulled the trigger and bought a Flowzone from the very beginning, but you live, you learn. Have a great week, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. I'll see you guys next week. My name is Devin. I'm the DIY Lawn Coach, and I cannot wait to see you in the lawn. Peace.